When I was in the 10th grade, my teacher sent a note home to my mother. Does she talk? Can your daughter talk? I was quiet in school. I was new to the high school and I was new to Detroit. I was born in Lubbock. We moved to Detroit when I was 13 years old. In Texas, I was a tomboy. I played basketball, baseball, and flag football with the boys. I stopped playing sports when we moved to Detroit. They had us afraid to go out, and the girls up here didn't like to play sports. They were more interested in dressing up and being with the boys and giving everything up. Some had babies, but I wasn't raised around folks like that. In Lubbock, the football coaches monitored the hallways at school. In Detroit, nobody monitored the hallways. In Detroit, the boys would hem the girls up against the lockers. That's why I swore I'd never wear a dress to school. In 11th grade, a boy called my house. I was scared what my mom and grandma would say. Mom never told me about sex. She just said, you come home pregnant, you're going to be dead. And my grandma had a saying too. A hard head makes a soft behind. We moved a lot. We lived in Detroit for 10th grade, in Lubbock for 11th grade, and at the end of 11th grade, we moved back to Detroit. I kept myself busy. I could sew. I made myself 2 dresses for Easter. A white cotton dress with blue polka dots and a blue satin dress. You couldn't tell me nothing. I knew I was cute. I was sashaying around the house, but I knew how to act when we walked out that door. I didn't sashay at church. My mama pressed my hair. She pressed my hair so hard it would stay pressed for a month. That's how hard she pressed it. A girl around my way tried to cause me trouble. A girl told my mama I was running around with boys and that I had a boy in my room. I never did that. Trifling heifer. Well, I got through high school and I didn't get pregnant. I graduated and I was admitted to Western Michigan University. My mama was glad. When she met my dad, she was only 15. Mama got pregnant young. He wanted to take her east and get married and move in with his mom and dad, but she said no. She wanted to stay with her mom. When she had me, she was only 16 years old. When I went to an African Methodist Episcopal church, I had a 5-minute affair with the minister because when he was waving his fan, I started waving my fan. When he stopped waving his fan, I started waving my fan. Then he started up again waving his fan, and then I started waving my fan. But I liked it because nobody else would know except him and me. After I got married and had a baby, I didn't trust anybody with my baby. I didn't even trust my husband. I had to watch my baby. I didn't put my baby in daycare until the baby was over 2 and he could talk. I don't think any of the boys in the 8th grade liked me. And you should never send your kid to an all-white school if none of these white kids want to date your kid, because it makes your kid feel like they're undateable. My pay doubled because of a friend of mine who referred me to a job at her job. That's why you should always do a good job at your job, even if you hate your job or you hate the people that are supervising you, because you never know, somebody who's working there, when they move to a new job, they might want to take you to that job because they know you can do a good job, and then you can end up having a better job. I married my husband because he used to take me to Chinese food all the time when we were dating, and I didn't want to lose that. I went to Ginnie's hair salon on Grove Street near Columbian. Our school was an old factory building on Rutledge Avenue. We had 2 twin boys in our school. I think one touched my butt in the hall, but he barely touched it, so I didn't have proof. I used brown grocery bags to wrap my school textbooks. In gym, Mr. Atkinson made us do 100 jumping jacks. In music class, we sang Sideshow by Blue Magic. One of the lady teachers held a poetry club in the library. She gave us a poem by Haki Madhubuti called But He Was Cool. At Christmas time, I pulled the boy's name. I gave him art supplies, but I couldn't look him in the face. This girl in my class had short hair. This boy started calling her boiled mackerel. Then boiled mackerel started calling me white. Then I called boiled mackerel the boss hog. I had a windbreaker where I kept my now-and-laters. I had a Panasonic radio I could twist into a S. My mother betrayed me and painted my room purple. My father betrayed me and told me I had a pimple. Easter time came and I wanted to get my hair done. I was going to Ginnie's, but Ginnie closed her shop. Ginnie couldn't run her beauty parlor anymore. My mother told me Ginnie got cancer.